Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
When it comes to keeping secrets in a relationship as opposed to honesty, it all depends on like the relationship and what each person is comfortable with. So like Mario Wine said, some cats don't want to know. You playing them, keep it on the low. You know what I'm saying? But that has to be something that y'all comfortable with, y'all discuss. So I feel like to each his own. You got some people that prefer that open line of communication, 100% honesty. Like, hey, Shawty, I was at work today, and the new girl was feeling it. You need to get right. Some girls appreciate that, or they appreciate when you speak to them blunt, like, hey, you done gained 15 pounds.
Some girls not gonna take it. Some girls not gonna take it like that though. I feel like you got some girls that been around the block a few times. They gon' take that as advice versus taking it as disrespectful. I would say that.
I don't really believe in secrets within a relationship. I feel like it should be open book. You get what I'm saying? I think that you do build that. And I think you also have to facilitate a space where people are comfortable sharing their secrets, right? I feel like a lot of times people are like if you're in a relationship and you're prone to like react irrationally, I'm less likely to show my secrets to you, right? Like, I'm less likely to trust you with my private matters. But if you have created an environment that makes me feel comfortable being like, okay, like this is what it is, and then all my loose ends are tied. Because you gotta understand, like when you meet somebody day one, I'm talking to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Like there's somebody in the picture. So naturally, if you go through my phone, first month of dating, you might see some lingering text messages. You may see like some lingering pictures I forgot to delete. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like at the time when things are tied up, what secrets about?
If something happened with me and somebody else before I met you, I don't have to necessarily tell you that. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that?
It depends on what it is, but I mean, I'm not big on like knowing everything about somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I understand like some things you just want to keep to yourself. So,
Exactly.
like I don't really pick a pride, but I can understand like some things need to be explained. Like you can't like come into a relationship with secrets.
I got a scenario. I want to ask a question to you. So y'all with your shorty, and y'all with your shorty, right? And she sees a dude that she knows. They fucked before, but she don't tell you. She introduce y'all like, hey, this is my boyfriend BC. BC, this is Jonathan. But she don't tell you that they fucked. And then maybe y'all see him again.
Like on a different day?
On a different day. Yeah. And then you just randomly ask, like, do y'all have the yes to fuck or whatever? And she said, yeah, we fucked like way back in the day. Would you feel
tells me that.
She tells you that. Would you feel like she kept a secret? Or do you feel like it was like that? Did you need to know that? Or would you want to know that information? Because me personally, if you don't ask that, then I'm not gonna just be like, yeah, me and him used to fuck. Like, so do you consider that being a secret?
Hell yeah, I need to know.
I feel like it's a level of like comfortability. Like once I get super comfortable, privacy.
What's that?
What's privacy at that point? Yeah, like if we're together, we've been going strong for a good amount of time. It's like, okay, I don't, and not even on no like, wait, can we tell us? Yeah. Oh, yeah, like not even on no shit of like, oh, I'm trying to go through your phone every week or da-da-da. Like, I'm not even that type of person, but just when it comes with like, oh, if you take a phone call and you have to leave the room, what room you leaving?
Right.
What you leaving the room for?
No, for
like,
sure.
I don't believe in that type of privacy. Now, if it's something like maybe family-wise or something that you don't feel comfortable with talking about just at that moment, just let me know. Communicate that well, and I don't see a problem with it. But yeah, secrets.
In this situation, man, having privacy is to me, I feel like it's different from keeping secrets. That's how I personally feel. I feel like having privacy is telling your mate, we spend spend so much time together. Yeah, I'm gonna let you, you know, spend 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever you got playing with your homegirls or, you know, with your coworkers. Versus keeping secrets is pretty much saying, I'm not gonna tell you this because I feel like it's gonna jeopardize what we got going on in our relationship, you know. But I do feel like in a healthy relationship, all lines of communication should be open.
If you know, shouldn't be no secrets. That's how you
it should be no secrets.
If we out and you fucking, and you see a dude that you know, y'all, what's up? Hey man, this he, and you, and I'm your nigga, right? We're in a relationship.
Right.
And we see a nigga, and you see a nigga you know, and you introduce, if you introduce us, like when he leave, you need to tell me, oh babe, we still got down. Bam. Cause I might see the nigga out and I might be all like, what's up, bro? Like,
oh, it's like, you know, like,
I'm saying, cause he might be like, oh, this shit, you fuck this nigga bitch.
Yeah,
that's how niggas be.
I didn't look at it that way.
Yeah, niggas
I've been in a situation like that and I was like, damn, should I? Because it was like a one-time thing, but like me and the dude, we're cool, like, not cool like to the point where we hang out, but like, if I'm somewhere and I see him, like, we might just chop it up. But should I have, I be thinking like, should I have told my dude that we smashed?
I think if you fucking with it, if you really fuck with somebody, you should keep that shit all the way 1,000. Like,
but would you be mad if she didn't tell you the first time?
Hell yeah.
You be mad?
Yes, if she tell me the first time, then I find out later, I'm gonna be like, damn, you didn't tell me you fuck this nigga? Like, what the fuck? This nigga on my face and shit? Like, I used to fuck this nigga, bitch. Like, that's how niggas, I'll tell you how niggas think.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like
every time
that.
this nigga see me, he probably like, yeah, you fuck this bitch.
You know that tomboy, like.
Especially if she's somebody, like, if she had any little thing about it, it don't matter. But she like, if she's somebody, like, she got some status, every time you see me, he gonna be saying that shit in his head. That's what niggas do.
Do you have to tell about your every experience of everybody from the past? Like, why do you have to tell every single thing?
I mean, not everything, but some people really got secrets. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what kind of secret? Elaborate on secret. Like, what kind of secret you talking about?
I don't know, cause I keep it player, so you can't hide from me. But I mean, like, you know, like people will be fucking in similar circles.
Okay, I can understand.
They'll meet one guy or gal, have relations, then time moves on and they'll meet another guy or gal, and then they'll be like, oh man, you know that other guy or gal, and instead of disclosing that, they'll just be like, well, I'm gonna like you until you like me, and then once you find out.
That was a good point. Okay, I can understand that right there.
You need to keep everything on the table, period. Cause if I see a bitch and we out, if it's a bitch I used to fuck and she bad as fuck, and me and you together, and I'm like, oh, what's up, shorty? Oh, this Tot. I'm saying, nothing about it, my girl. Wow. I'm like, oh, but she leave? Oh, you know we used to goddamn. Cause if you see her again, I need you to know, like.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
But I guess the energy for me, because like, I think I'm trying to get to a point in the age where it's like I have to accept that obviously my nigga fucked other bitches, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like too, like I know that there can be a friendship after a sexual relationship, like a strictly friendship. And I want to be able to say, if he tells me that that's just that they fucking their friends now, I'm not saying I'm just gonna be all the way okay with it, but I want to say if I see her again, I ain't gonna have no heat towards her because she don't.
No, ain't no smoke at all.
Yeah.
Ain't no smoke. It's just the fact that you need to know.
Yeah.
Because that's your significant other. You need to keep everything 100.
Okay.
Everything 1,000. Everything 1,000,000 at all times.
You must got a lot of secrets.
No, I ain't got a lot. I'm just saying, like, I just don't feel like you have to tell everything from your past and bring, you know, like, unless I guess it's asked about or something like that, you wouldn't have to, you know, lie about it, but you don't have to like tell every single detail of everything. Some people like knowing every single detail, like who you've been with and all this kind of stuff, and just I guess for their security or, you know. So
yeah, but I mean, I don't know, cause see, I'm an open book. You feel what I'm saying? I don't got nothing there.
True, yeah.
So you gonna know, like even whether you ask or don't ask.
So you just gonna tell?
No, I mean I'm not gonna tell, but shit, when you play it, you play it. You feel me? Like it's written on me, so I ain't even got to talk about it.
But what if you can't handle the truth? They might be not. Drake said you know the ones you love.
No, and I respect Drake for saying that, and I do agree with you. I do feel like if you feel like you're who you with in a relationship, their confidence isn't as high as the next person. Or you feel like you know who you dating, you know when you can keep it real with them and they gonna take it on the chin versus if you tell them something they gonna hold their head down for the rest of the day and don't wanna fuck with you.
And that's why I feel like when it comes to privacy / secrets in the relationship, if you know how to handle it, it's okay.
Yeah,
but you gotta know how to handle it because it's a secret. It's so private. So how would they know unless you on some dumb shit?
If you start keeping secrets, then niggas ain't gonna start believing shit you say. Like
That is true.
Like you gotta keep everything 100 so a nigga can have that trust.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Like if you do little shit like that, a nigga gonna trust you fully, like cause you doing the little shit.
Yeah.
So when you,
but sometimes I don't think that men give the same trust factor
they
that women give.
real niggas rare. Real niggas rare. So all of them don't do that, but
You do you?
of course.
Of course you're gonna say that.
Of course I'm a catch.
Of course you're gonna say that.
Every nigga don't do that, bro.
Yeah, a real nigga.
A few, yeah, a real nigga would. So you run into one you don't know. You can smell a real nigga. How it smell?
Like a real nigga.
I completely agree. So what if like, because in my mind I'm thinking you have your relationship, you have your friends, and then you have your therapist, right? And so everything that you dump on your therapist, in my mind, because this is what I always say, like don't dump everything on me, right? Like give me, I gotta be not depressed too. We both can't be depressed. so save some of it for your therapist. So do you do that as private, or do you do that as me keeping secrets? If I don't involve if your partner doesn't involve you in every single detail of like what they're thinking, how they feeling, all those things. What do you think?
I feel like I said, as long as it's communication wise and you just let me know like, hey, I don't really feel, I kind of just want to wait until I can talk to somebody who might understand a little bit more. Or, a lot of the time I feel like with relationships, it's so easy to try to fix somebody. And when you know everything, you're going to automatically want to do that until they know how to articulate it to you to where you can understand. And like you said, it doesn't come off as dumping.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Trying to fix somebody. Come on, we can drop it right there. What's the That was it.
Yeah.
So I got a situation real quick. All right.
How many situations you got?
Real quick. I'm gonna try to make it quick. So entire past. So my dude or whatever, he left out the part where he failed to tell me that he fucked one of my friends.
See, they ain't a real nigga.
/ coworker. She was my coworker before she was my friend. Now we're not like tight like this, but he knew that I knew him. Mind you, we was on FaceTime. I was FaceTiming this girl one day, and he was standing next to me, and he acted like he didn't know who she was. But when we got deeper into the relationship, it was like month 3. When we got to month 6, he was like, look, he said, I want to sit you down real quick. He was like, I see that we getting serious. I see that this is important to me. It's important to you. He was like, I just want to let you know, your homegirl, please.
What was that?
That's I didn't want to say her name.
Oh.
He was like, we used to have a summer fling.
But not to put it that way, I don't think he did nothing wrong because in his mind he was like, listen. In his mind he was like, okay, now that we're getting serious, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
So obviously, in the beginning y'all wasn't serious, so it wasn't.
I agree.
When it comes to privacy and relationships, that question, it don't matter about like, is it okay or how you feel about it. I feel like it's gonna happen regardless.
Right.
You can't, everybody got something they take it to the grave. I don't give a damn what you say. If you ain't Jesus Christ, you got something you take it to the grave.
And I don't feel like nothing wrong with that. Like, it's certain things that I feel like while you're in a relationship, your girl or your guy might not need to know. It's none of their business. It has nothing to do with what we got going on personally, or has nothing to do with them, period. Like, you just don't need to know. And that's okay with that. Now, if you find out later on about something that you didn't know or you felt like you should have known, then that's personal. That comes between what you got going on in that particular relationship. But yeah, if you smash shorty from down the street, 4 years ago, and now I'm working with shorty that stayed down the street, that's something you need to express. Especially if we working on a day-to-day basis.
I agree, but when I was on FaceTime with shorty, and I got off FaceTime, that was his time to be like, so yeah, that girl that you was on FaceTime with.
But clearly he didn't think much of your relationship at the time.
He claimed, well not that, he claimed that he didn't know what was the nature of me and her relationship. He didn't know if it was that serious.
With you and her?
He didn't tell me, yeah, with me and her.
See, that's another factor.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's two factors.
I do appreciate the fact that he was honest, but to me personally, the moment I got on FaceTime with her, you should have been like, yo, I know her, we had a past. And then she called me like, I guess he decided to tell her like, I don't know why you wouldn't tell her. He's like, I'm gonna go ahead and tell her. So she called me like, trying to give her side of why she never told
So
me.
two sides.
It was two sides.
It's always two sides. It's
It
always
must be two.
It's always two. Must be two sides.
What I'm saying is, I don't think you have to tell everything from your past, like, up front. Like, I don't have to tell you, I've talked to this person, especially if you don't know the person. Like, I just don't feel like that's necessary. But, like, keep it secrets. Like, if you ask me a question about something, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's
You know?
definitely a secret
Yeah.
too. That's definitely. If I ask you, you better got that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. If it's asked, then you just tell the truth. Yeah.
But if you don't tell me, I find out. But now y'all don't see. That's I don't. You know, it's hard for me to lie anyway. And if I do lie, it's because I'm probably up to no good anyway. But I don't like to lie. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, because I feel like I was that type of person. Like, okay, you're going through, you know, I want to be there. I want to, you know, in essence, I love you, so I want to fix you. But you just have to kind of learn, like, you know, if it's something that I can't handle or I can't take, I'm not necessarily going to, like, criticize you for wanting to talk to someone else about it. Yeah.
But if it's something if it's somebody that's, you know, or a situation that I'm not going to be looking stupid with, I think that's what you really need to look
But
out for.
you just said, you know what I'm saying, know who you date.
And know who
So
you
you
date.
ain't always gotta express it. Sometimes expressing that you done smashed somebody to be around,
But
make your
that's a whole other
worse.
different though, because I feel like and vice versa. If it just don't put me personally in a position where I'm looking stupid, and vice versa. I'm not gonna try to put my girl in a situation where she gonna look stupid.
I feel like you should tell me that moment because I would have gave you the same respect.
Nah, cause first of all, he ain't know y'all relationship, and then
If you taking me on a cruise and you taking me on a trip, it's obviously.
some niggas just tricks. Well, he might have just been tricking. You know what I'm saying? He ain't tricking. You got it. He had it. Did he have it?
Yeah.
He was tricking. Look, like he told you 6 months into the shit, he said, you know what? We getting serious. So let me tell you this shit. I respect him for that.
So do your significant other know your full past? Full.
We still building. So like, the farther we get, the more she gets to know.
Okay.
Right. So we ain't gonna sit there one night in the bed and be like, let me break down since I was born to now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not because it's a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
So as we go, like, more shit come out. More shit
But
come out.
I ain't talking about shit that's 25 and under. Or maybe
Oh, you talking
28.
about all grown shit?
Yeah, like I'm talking about all my grown shit. Like I ain't talking about no stupid shit that I did at like 21.
Nah, cause this ain't just like, oh, let me tell you about this. Okay, wait, let me tell you about this. Wait, let me tell you about this.
Yeah.
It's just like when you have a conversation and certain shit come up,
Yeah.
then you be real about it.
Right. I agree.
In a healthy relationship, I mean, you gotta be honest. If it's something that you done been through and your girl asked or your guy asked, just be honest about it. And be honest with you, you're only gonna be honest if you give a damn about the relationship that you're in.
So you gonna volunteer that up front, you can wait till they ask.
Oh shit, definitely gotta wait till the ass. Don't mess up something if it ain't broken. I mean, if it's something you trying to keep from your girl or you trying to keep from your guy that you feel like that will hurt them, in a sense, I would tell you to tell the truth, but don't blatantly tell the truth up front. They gonna have to ask me personally about whatever I've been through or whatever I got going on with this particular woman for me to actually tell her the whole deal. Because I also feel like the reason I didn't tell you the whole deal is because I don't want to hurt you. I care about your feelings.
I feel like when it comes to knowing everything, it's sticky. Because in my mind, every time I think about that, it's probably a little bit of ego, but I'm like, I don't never want to feel stupid. You get what I'm saying? So like, I'm in an area where somebody you know you had sex with, like, I kind of want to know. You get what I'm saying? Just because I don't want to be in a space where like, it wouldn't change anything, but I would be armored with the truth. And I feel like I don't ever want to be in an environment where somebody could one-up me on my own relationship.
Same.
And so I'm like, you gotta tell me everything? No, but yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta tell me everything, but I need to know what time it is, right? So,
Yeah.
I think it's sticky.
If you care about them, you're gonna tell them whatever it takes, whether it's the truth or a lie. You gonna tell them whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So like, this is how I feel. Like, when it comes to voluntarily or, you know what I'm saying, waiting till they ask you, as far as how you put out stuff, it's all about knowing the person you're dealing with and the situation you're finna have them in. Like certain situations where I'm like college friends and people I kicked it with, like, she might not need to know I hooked up with this girl. She might not need to know how this happened when I was in college. But like when we come home and my high school friends that I kicked it with for a long time and everybody know me and I know them vibes, that's when I'm a prepper. Like, hey, we going home. It's different. So you need to know that I smashed such and such used to like me, so she gonna look like this towards you. Cause I feel like when you really care about a person, some stuff you ain't gonna tell them, but you always wanna put them in a position to have a leg up. At least that's how I am.
But you don't just like, oh, let me tell you what happened this day. Oh, let me tell you when I was 20. Oh, let me tell you. It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You wait till the shit come up, but then you be real about it. But don't be no fake ass nigga and not say nothing about it.
Yeah.
But I do respect him for saying like, oh, we getting serious now, let me tell you what's going on. So clearly, in the beginning, y'all were just having fun.
Yeah.
He taking you on cruises and shit, he tricking off on you.
It was right after he came back from the cruise, and he was just like, it was like right after the cruise, and we came back.
He had a good ass time. He gonna make you white. He's like, this shit for real. Let me tell you what happened.
He was like, right when we came back from the cruise, he was like, okay, I got some, I need to tell you some shit.
I don't believe in secrets. And I like for people to like make their own decisions. I don't never want to feel like I cheated to get something, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to fuck with me, fuck with me. If not, then don't. Shit, I don't care. Shit. I'm not about to hide or pretend to be somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or have some secret.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm a, you know, it's written on me, like I said. Can't hide it, so I ain't gonna try.
When I bring my girls around, I know the crowd. I know what crowds I can get away with what. Like, she don't need to know this when we kick it with them. But when we come with them, they be playing spades and shit, drinking Hennessy. She need to know everything, because something might come out if she don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you gotta pick and choose, like, what you, I feel like the situation and the type of person you with designates what you volunteer and what you wait for them to ask you about.
Yeah, I think kind of the same thing, like you said, you never want to feel like somebody else has a one up on you in your relationship. So like, and it was a hurdle for us, I feel like. It would be, you know, people we would go around, I'm like, I don't know, I feel like, you know, y'all might have had something. Like, I can, you know, you can as a woman, we can really tell, like, intuition is it's like a woman's intuition, we know. So it's not that you can't bring me around this person, but let me know so I know that y'all used to do back in the day, so I'm not, you know,
looking crazy.
Yeah, looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think Raven she probably knows everything. Yeah.
I was upset. I definitely was upset. And the trust factor, because I really I trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you.
That's how it should be.
So that kind of put a little dent in the trust, but I guess I could accept the fact that you told me and it makes it.
Yeah, I mean, he had two good factors of why he didn't tell you the first time, like you said. He didn't know y'all relationship, but then at first y'all was just basically a fling. He had it so he could take you on a cruise. Y'all can have fun and go out of town and go out the country and have sex and shit. Like, so clearly y'all had an amazing time. He thought you might be long term, so he said, this shit getting serious.
Yeah.
Let me tell her the fucking real deal. Cause she might be around for a minute. But question, is the nigga still around? Nigga, if you're watching this, you didn't have to say shit. It didn't even last.
It's complicated. It's slightly complicated, but overall,
it's always complicated. Dealing with ladies.
We're progressing towards certain things. You know, sometimes people deal with trauma. And you don't know. You don't get into that shit until you start really knowing the person. So.
No, I'm full with it.
They might ask you a question that you brought, like something you didn't volunteer, but they might ask you about something you was trying to reserve before you was ready to bring it out. When people fuck up is, when they ask you that question too early, you lie.
Right.
And then you get caught. Hey,
fuck it.
Facts.
You ain't gotta volunteer it, but you might have a timeline when you think that question gonna come up. But if that question come up before you had it in your timeline, do not lie, cause it's gonna catch you later. So know what you're gonna volunteer, but whenever something you didn't want to volunteer come up, just tell the truth first time. Cause if you don't, it's a wrap. They gonna catch your ass later. You gonna pay for it. You ain't gonna get no ass.
I believe that Keisha, or my girlfriend Keisha, she knows pretty much everything about me. We have an open conversation, open relationship. So at this point, it's been 5 years, so there's really nothing to hide at this point, or nothing to, lie about. Because we done been through the worst, we done been through the best of times, and still, like, I just feel like, what's the point of lying and jeopardizing a good relationship over keeping a secret?
I kind of prepare you up front because I want you to know what type of time I'm on when I get into the situation. Because I don't want to start liking you and then I tell you something and now you're like, oh, never mind. So I'm like, I'm day one, I'm like, yo, just keep in mind, like, I done experienced this, I done this, I done been here, like, you cool so far? Like, can we keep doing this? Because I don't ever want to be in this, I'm tied up. And I'm feeling like, okay, I'm liking you. You like, wait, you did that. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh.
Yeah. Because for some people, stuff like that is complete deal breakers. Like, oh, you had a threesome? Wow. I don't know if I can
I can't do that, right.
Oh, you like to, you want an open relationship? I don't know if I could.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you've been with how many people, and now they're subtly judging you when they find out, oh, you've been with how many folks? Oh, okay. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I've been around the little block. I mean, not me. People, not me. But something.
What about like family situations? Like, why your mom and dad divorced or some shit? Like,
What you mean, what about it?
is that private or is that a secret? Like, do you disclose stuff like that?
No, it ain't private. Listen, if I fuck with you, ain't no privacy. If I fuck with you, ain't no secrets.
I wanna know why your cousin got her kids taken away.
I'ma tell you. Like, if you my nigga, we rock like that. First of all, I ain't fucking with you unless you my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you, when you get to the point where you my nigga, like most niggas say, oh, it's my baby, it's my boo. Nah, you gotta be my nigga.
Yeah.
When you my nigga, ain't no privacy, ain't no secret. I'm gonna tell you.
I agree.
Whatever you wanna ask me.
Yeah, I'm an open book.
Cause that's how we rocking.
I'm an open book for the most part. Like, I'm gonna be an open book, and I expect the same. Be an open book.
I'm open. Read me, baby. Read me. It's a million pages. This might take you a lifetime. It's worth the read.
A lifetime. Ain't nobody got a lifetime.
It's worth the read. Hey, when you get married, what that paper say? To death do us part. So you're gonna be reading this shit till you die, man.
That's growing every day.
Right, you can know everything about me, most things about me, but I mean, I'm not gonna try to hide it, you know what I mean? Like, but I could understand in certain like instances if there's something that you may not disclose because it might not just involve you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it might involve other people. But certain shit, but most things, I mean, just let people know. Oh, don't try to hide it, right?
Yeah.
You don't gotta just, if they don't ask, maybe, they don't want to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of them niggas that's gonna be like, how many niggas you smash?
Yeah.
Never. Cause if you say a number higher than one, I'm gonna cry. I don't even motherfucking mad. I'm like, God damn, she a hoe, bruh. But I'ma still date you, though.
In conclusion, I feel like, man, keeping secret versus, having privacy, man, it's two different things. But I do feel like if you want a solid foundation in your relationship, you definitely gonna eventually tell everything. Honesty is key. That's the only thing that's gonna keep things going, long term. So I definitely think you should do that for sure.
Well, in conclusion, for me, don't play with me. Which camera am I supposed to look at? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And I think life will be good.
Yeah. It is it's no limit on the privacy. After a certain while, I need to know. Run me. I need to know it all.
And what she said.
In my experience, this is what I feel like you need to know. Like, when certain stuff, like I said, certain stuff you can volunteer, certain stuff you can wait on, but when you get asked certain shit, go ahead and come out with the truth. But I feel like since this is Unspoken ATL, I'm gonna give you some unspoken advice that nobody ever tells you. Listen, be comfortable with the fact that there are some things that you're never gonna know about. Everybody got some shit they gonna take to the grave. I don't give a damn how good you were or how whatever. Listen, you're not telling them everything. But you need to be comfortable with that. Because if you fuck with somebody you really love, whatever they keep from you, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? One thing you can count on is they're never gonna put you in a situation where you look crazy, but whatever they're keeping from you, they keep it from you for a good reason. Now, you might not ever get that deep where you have a conversation that deep, but you should be comfortable with the fact of knowing you're not gonna know everything about everybody.
So in conclusion, I think this was a dope episode. I think that we touched on a very good topic, the fine line between, you know, having secrets and the fine line between keeping secrets and what was the other? Being honest, you know. So I think that's a needed conversation.
Yeah, like stop lying.
Yeah,
don't
like
lie.
Don't
Stop
lie.
lying. Don't ever lie. If you want a good relationship or something that's gonna last, cause it's gonna come to life.
It is. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
You try to hide it, it's gonna show up. So you might as well live with it.
Yeah, be honest.
Straight up. Ladies, I don't make my bed.
He just being honest, so
What
you know
you
what
gonna
you
do?
get from him, you know?
You gonna make it or I mean, cause I'm not gonna do it.
Period.
I'm for real though, I don't make my bed. Never have, never will.
So ladies, be prepared to make up this man bed every day.
Or complain about it every day.
Hey man, just don't be insecure within your relationship.
Facts.
Just do not do that, because when you start being insecure about shit that really ain't about shit, you gonna fuck up something that's probably good to you.
I feel like you can lie to your partner, but if you trust and respect them, you never gonna put them in a compromising situation where something you might not have revealed or lied about exposes them or has them looking crazy. You just gotta pick and choose those situations wisely. Know your situation, know who you dealing with, but like, you gonna take some shit to the grave. Everybody, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. We ain't perfect. Jesus died so we can do this shit.
Conclusion, just be open, be honest. I guess with time, you kind of have to figure out when to give what information. Like, because if you're not volunteering it, like, I think if you want to volunteer, it depends on the time frame. But if somebody asks and you see that person in your future, or you vibing with them, I think honesty is just, it shouldn't be a secret. Nothing should be a secret, personally. But what you think?
I feel like ain't no privacy, ain't no secrets. Like once you get to the point, like anybody can be my baby. That's cool. I can fuck with you and we rocking out, and we fucking and we hanging out having fun, and you my baby. Like I said the first time, once you become my nigga, to me that's a whole other level. Once you become my nigga, I tell you whatever you want to hear. Like ain't no secrets, ain't no privacy. And it should be on both ends. So let's take over the motherfucking world.
Yeah.
Team Rocket.
You gonna make me happy?